So, I'm not a cook, you know. I do cook, and I like cooking, and I like the science of cooking, but it's always been one of those things where I've wanted it more than it's wanted me, you know? Um, I'm not so good at like following recipes. When I do follow a recipe, I have to look at it like 50 times. Um, it's just, I'm not an intuitive chef. So, tried making mayo because I've got all these eggs, but this is the thing with recipes. I like look at them, I kind of like stitch a couple together, and I'm like, okay, I think I get the idea, and then I go for it, and it doesn't work. That's usually how I cook, which doesn't work well. Okay, well, I guess sometimes it works well because I keep doing it. Not that that means anything, but I think sometimes. But anyway, I tried to make mayo and stitched a few recipes together, and it did not work well. Yeah, long story. I basically split it in half and tried to just fix one half of it. My ratio of like oil to eggs was just off. And then I just had I had so much, and I was like, I can't waste it. I'm like, no way, waste not, want not. What can I do? And then I was like, oh, I can put flour in it, and tried to make like a dough. But then it got to a consistency of kind of like a pancake. And I was like, oh, maybe I could do like a savory pancake. And this is where we are. And there's so much oil in this that it just sincerely doesn't want to be what it is. But I'm just going to try this. Not like I'm good at this or anything, but let's just try it. Okay. Also, it's a cast iron skillet, so it's really heavy. But I couldn't flip it over. Yeah, in my head I was like, oh, I can definitely make whatever out of it, an omelet, but we'll see. We'll see. Really, it's not going well. I know that you know that. Yep. Do you remember yesterday when I tried to make mayo and it didn't work? And then I tried to make pancakes and that didn't work? Well, honeys, it worked. Yes, it is a little runny. I could add more oil and keep processing it, but honestly, it's so oily, I don't want to add any more. And I wasn't technically supposed to use extra virgin olive oil. I was supposed to use a light oil that wouldn't be so like in flavor, but I didn't have any other oils. So I used olive oil, and it's very olive oily, which is like silly. Yeah. Basically just tastes like olive oil. I did add some Dijon mustard. Yeah, I followed a recipe this time, and it worked. Who'd thunk? Who'd thunk it? And also, so yesterday's batter was meshigas. It was crazy. And I tried to fix it by adding more oil to it, but I didn't know if that would really work. So before I did it, I split it in half just so I didn't have to add like another 3 cups of oil. So only half of it did I end up adding the flour to, but the other half of it, I decided to soak this delicious bread that has gone a little dry, soak it in, and try to make a savory French toast, which honestly, this looks banging, and I think it's gonna go great. So I'm gonna leave that a little while longer, and I'm gonna make some sort of salad and use my mayo, and it's gonna be epic. So bon app. Hi. So this is how the French toast went. Pretty good. They're cooling on my dish rack right now. I also cooked some onions with them and added some cheese, but there's like it's just fat. It's all fat. It's fat, and I can feel it. And I had one, and I was like, "Whoa, we will have another one." No, I can't do it. I'm gonna be pissed at myself if I do.
So I'll be eating these for the next few days. I'm glad I got to use that mushy egg creation for something, and I, got to save the bread. I could make like avocado French toast. Fuck, I have avocado. Now you got me thinking, but I feel like if I have that for breakfast, I'm gonna set my day up for failure. So maybe lunch. But it was good.